Welcome to Senate Chambers, your number one YouTube channel in politics in Nigeria and around the globe. Tinubu tells Atiku, Peter Obi, and others that he does not have a hand in EFCC. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, founded by President Olusegun Obasanjo in 2003, has been accused of being the political tool of the APC. The EFCC has received in recent times over 114,411 petitions, with over 79,245 cases being investigated and 18,371 cases in court. This institution, governed by the government, has received widespread criticism owing to its operations as a political tool in Nigeria. The spokesman of the presidency, Bayo Onanuga, has come to discredit the allegation made by stating that none of the people who joined the governing APC was pressured to do so. They all did so of their own free will. They are being motivated by the noticeable gains of President Bola Tinubu's reform program. He went further to state that we have taken cognizance of the signatories to the statement. It is instructive that some of them were previously investigated and prosecuted by the EFCC even before President Tinubu took office in 2023, he said. Now, this allegation is coming after the EFCC refused the former Attorney General of the Federation, Malam Abubakar Malami, after Malami is said to have attended a political gathering of the ADC. Atiku, through his media aide, states that the EFCC have abandoned their core responsibilities and converting the anti-graft campaign into what he termed a full-blown political witch hunt. In the statement released by his media office, circulated by his advisor, Paul Ibe, Atiku cautioned that the EFCC and other agency risks losing public confidence unless they purge themselves of partisan contamination. He went further to state that the nation's anti-corruption war is gradually sliding off course and mutating into a brazen political witch hunt. He claimed that the EFCC is straying far from the noble principles on which it was formed, alleging that the agency is now weaponizing its powers to serve narrow political agendas. Now, also, Chris Ngige, former governor of Anambra State and former minister for labor and employment, has also been remanded by the EFCC over a transaction that took place when he was a minister. It is alleged that he awards contract to company that has his interest. Though he pleaded not guilty, it is believed that he is not among those in Tinubu's payroll. Notable for those that the EFCC has also been accused of being a political witch hunt is Temepere Silva, the former governor of Bayelsa State and the Minister for State for Petroleum Resources under the Buhari-led administration, was declared wanted in October 10, 2025 over 21 billion naira alleged fraud. Also on the allegation that he had a hand in the coup plot attempt on President Tinubu earlier this year, which Silva has come out to deny. Another name worthy of mention that has been used by the EFCC as a political witch hunt is Godwin Emefiele, who served as the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria. He is also investigation by the EFCC for alleged money laundering. Now, in the case of Malami, Mr. Chidi Odinkalo, former chairman of National Human Rights Commission, has downplayed the criticism of Atiku and others, citing that, in quote, someone should tell Abubakar Malami to please sit this out. He was a grumpy, vexatiously political Attorney General. Those were his exact words. He went further to state that if he is now complaining that EFCC is political, they should tell him that they are following what he taught them. Now, it is also believed that the EFCC has been used as a political witch hunt on Peter Obi, who is too clean for Tinubu. And in fact, it is a fact that Tinubu has nothing against him. Now, there are instances where a lot of top Nigerian politicians who have been chased by the EFCC after alleging their support or deflecting to APC has been left. Example of that is Ifeanyi Okowa, former Delta State governor, who was the vice presidential candidate under the PDP in the last election, was probed by the EFCC for alleged diversion of 1.3 trillion of the derivation fund that was meant for a state between 2015 to 2023. Several reports is that since his deflection, the probe has ceased. Another name worthy of mention is the former governor of Abia State, Oje Uzor, who was arrested by the EFCC alongside Ude Udegu, who was the then Director of Finance and Accounts at the Abia State Government House. As the case progressed, Oji would jump ship to the APC and the case was thrown out on technicality, and Ude Udegu was remanded in prison. Now, in June 2015, Godswill Akpabio, the EFCC launched a probe on the Senate president after a petition from a lawyer and an activist, Leo Ekpeyong, of stealing 108.1 billion from Akwa Ibom State. At the time, Godswill Akpabio is said to be in the Senate representing Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District, and he was the minority leader without immunity. Akpabio would later join the APC, and the probe will be swept under the carpet. He would later become the Minister of Niger Delta Commission and the Senate President. Now, recall that Adams Oshomole, an APC chieftain in January 2019, during a rally in Benin, the Edo State capital, urged opposition to join the APC first, and, in quote, your sins are forgiven. Now, the operation of the EFCC under the APC has drawn wide criticism across the federation as the political Jesus that forgives political sins. Others have urged them to be fair as an institution in their dealing. What is your take on this matter? Is EFCC in the hands of Tinubu as alleged by Atiku, Peter Obi, and others? Don't forget to share your comments, subscribe, like, and turn on your notification button for more information as it concerns politics in Nigeria and around the globe. Thank you very much.